Okay, so it's been about 2 months since Apple released the 17 series of iPhones, and along with that, they also added a new case called TechWoven. And this might be my favorite Apple case ever. The TechWoven case sits at the premium tier of their cases, along with the silicone and the clear cases, and replaced the leather cases from a few years ago. If you do recall, 2 years ago, Apple added FineWoven, which was a pretty big hot pile of garbage overall. It ended up being a terrible material. This was woven as well, but Apple got a redo, and the new TechWoven cases are so much better. Now, if you look really close, you'll see that the cases are actually made of multiple colored yarns woven together, creating a dimensional texture, which Apple says is made from 100% recycled polyester, which gives you a unique texture that I don't think I've seen anywhere else. And I like just rubbing my fingernails up and down this thing during the day because it feels good and it kind of sounds good. Like, yeah, why not, right? On the sides is a lightly coated textured TPU, which feels a little plasticky or like vinyl. And then on the inside, you have the fine woven where the iPhone sits as well. And you can see the rings here for the MagSafe. Now this color right here is the sienna. It also comes in blue, green, purple, and black. And for the last 2 months, I've been primarily using the green one, and I like it a lot. Now the buttons on the fine woven cases are aluminum, and they feel really good. They're very tactile. They don't move a whole bunch. They're not wobbly, and they just do what you expect them to do. On the bottom of the iPhone, you do have full coverage down at the bottom. So some cases have the cutout down the bottom. So when you swipe, you don't feel a case, which, I get that. I like it sometimes, but I also don't mind having that full protection down here to protect the iPhone in case I drop it, which luckily I haven't done with this one yet. On the backside, you do have the cutout for the camera plateau, which does provide a lip and protection. And when you place it down on a surface, the iPhone does not rock, which is nice. And then as far as screen protection goes, you get just a tiny little bit right there. So you can place the iPhone flat on its face and not worry about, hopefully, not scratching the screen when you set it on a table, which I do all the time. As far as durability goes with these cases, like I said, I've been primarily using the green one over the last 2 months. And I do have dry skin, so I do use a lot of moisturizers, a lot of creams. And you'll see none of this is transferring over to that tech woven material. And that's because Apple, I guess, put some kind of coating on it to protect against spills and greases and oils and things like that. And it's been doing a great job, like really good. You can't see any issues on this case at all. Nothing is transferred from my hands to the case. No scratches, no marks, no stains, nothing after 2 months of mostly constant use. And I think it's holding up pretty well so far. Now, luckily, like I said, I haven't dropped my iPhone in the last couple of months, which is nice. But if I do drop it, I do think that this case is probably going to protect the iPhone about as well as most cases out there. So Apple's cases actually get some benefits that other cases do not. For example, these cases can actually interact with the iPhone. So when you place the iPhone in the case, you'll get a pop-up animation showing that the case is connected and what color it is. And it's kind of cool, kind of cute, whatever, I don't know. And when you are on your home screen and you want to change your app icon colors with iOS 26, you can do that by going to Customize and then Tinted. And then down here at the bottom, there's this little icon right here that looks like a case because when you tap on it, it changes all of the icons to kind of match the color of your case. Now, in my opinion, this doesn't look great, at least with this background, but it might work out in your favor. But anyway, it's a cool little feature that Apple has with these cases that other cases cannot get. As far as pricing goes for these cases, again, are Apple's premium tier cases. So like it or not, it's going to run $59 from Apple, which, yeah, that's a lot of money for a case, but there's a lot of great cases out there that are also similarly expensive. Luckily, Amazon's been having these things on sale for about $10 off, so I was able to get one of these for $49.99 instead of $59. And the problem, though, the one problem I have with any of these cases is that it's actually back ordered. You're going to have a hard time getting one of these cases as of right now. If you try and order from Amazon or Apple, you might be waiting a while to get one of these cases. I waited about 5 weeks for the blue one, which I really do like. I need to use it a little bit more. But luckily, if you order them on Amazon, you can actually order them even though they're not in stock, and it might be a few weeks before you get them, but you can place your order and get it when it arrives. But beyond the wait, I mean, these cases are great. I've had no issues with them. I have seen some reports of some people having some issues with the cases bubbling or some other kind of manufacturer defect. But like with anything else, when you make a million of something, there's going to be some that have issues. And if they do kind of bubble up or do something weird like that, then they're going to be under warranty and you can just go ahead and go to Apple and get that case replaced. But anyway, after 2 months with these TechWoven cases, again, I think these are probably my favorite Apple cases ever. They feel good in the hand. The buttons are great. I like the design. I like the feel. Everything just works the way I want it to work, and it just feels good. I really don't know what more I could ask for. I mean, if you like leather cases, then you're always going to want a leather case, and this might not be the one for you. But if you want a nice case that's going to be perfectly fit with the iPhone, then, it's a good option. But what do you guys think about the TechWoven case? Let me know in the comments down below if this is something that you're going to be picking up. And if you are, if you're getting a new iPhone sometime soon, maybe in the next 2 months, you might want to order a case sooner just in case it's delayed that far out. And if you are looking at picking up an iPhone 17 Pro or Air or a regular iPhone 17, then I got a video for you that tells you all about how you migrate and transfer your data from your old iPhone to the new one. Check it out right over here. Hit the thumbs up button if you liked it, hit subscribe if you want, and I'll see you next time.